So we will be recording this to go up on our YouTube channel and distribute to everyone who's attending today. I want to welcome you to our third digital skills webinar, Canva 101. My name is Justin St. Pierre. I'm the Business Development Officer for the town of Prescott. We are the project lead for South Grenville Digital Main Street, along with the Township of Edwardsburg Cardinal and the Township of Augusta. Digital Main Street is a program that is running across the province of Ontario right now. We recently concluded the digital transformation grant portion of the program. Now the digital service squad is helping support businesses to pursue digitization for their businesses, including improving their social media presence. You can still use Digital Main Street as well to access the Shop Here program, which can help you build a free website for your business. Today, our Digital Main Street coordinator, Elizabeth Lawless, will be taking us through Canva 101, which will be an introduction to using Canva, an online graphic design and social media planning tool, and how you can use that in your business. So I will turn things over now to Elizabeth.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. So today we're learning about Canva. I'm really excited for this webinar. I think Canva is a great tool, so I'm really excited for you all to learn more about it. So just a quick overview of what we'll be doing today. We have just an introduction of the app and how to get started. Branding, we'll go over how to do a brand kit. We'll do a tutorial on it as well. We have all the types of content that you can create with Canva, the products they have, the apps that they work with, all of their features we're going to quickly go over, how to collaborate with your team members and things like that. And we'll do a tutorial at the end. I will also go over the tutorials that Canva offers, but I will show you quite a few things today, how to do them. If you have anything throughout the presentation that you have questions on, you can leave them in the chat. And if there's anything specifically that you would like me to add into the tutorial, I'm happy to do that as well. So about Canva, it is a free graphic design tool. It's very user-friendly. It's a great resource for when you're just kind of learning how to do graphic design, how to manage your social media. There are two versions of it. There is a free version and then the pro version. You do have to pay for the pro. It's not entirely necessary though. There's a lot of features with the free version. It is around $12.99 a month, I believe, but I think it is a good investment once you learn a bit more on how to use Canva, because you'll be looking for those features that aren't available in the free version. It is collaborative, so you can have up to 5 people on your specific Canva account, but you can also collaborate with people with their Canva account. So if I have one and a coworker has another, we can collaborate on a project together, and we will go over that as well. So how to get started. You can either use the browser version, which is just canva.com. That's typically what I personally use, but there is an app that you can download and it's available on Mac, PC, you can get it on your phone as well. So you just need to create an account with your email. You can get started with just the free account. You can also do a free trial of the pro account if that's something that you think you will use. The next thing is to add your social media pages to your account. This will make things a bit easier when sharing the graphics that you've created, or if you want to use photos from your Instagram or Facebook into your designs as well. It'll just make it a little bit more seamless. One very important thing is the brand kit. It is so important to start with this because this will make all of your designs just go so smoothly. You can select your colors, you can add your logo, any text that you like, whichever fonts you like, you can add into your brand kit. And this will all be on the side of your screen when you're creating your designs. And it just makes everything flow together so much nicer. So we will go over how to make a brand kit in the tutorial. We'll do a little mock-up one. So as I mentioned, the first thing is to upload your logo. You can add more than one. So if you have one that you like, a smaller one that you like to use for things like a letterhead or stuff like that, you can add that. and then your main logo as well. If you don't have one yet, you can also create one on Canva. They have lots of templates for that, so you can also do that if you don't have one already. The next thing is to choose your colors. This is really important because this will be how people perceive your brand. You want to make sure that this flows from your printed marketing all the way to your social media marketing. Your Instagram or Facebook page should look similar to things like your business card and your logo. This will be like the theme of your social media is what you put into your brand kit. Canva will automatically extract the colors from the logo that you've uploaded, but you can also change them or add multiples if you don't have a lot of different colors in your logo. But something that I recommend, just following kind of current trends on social media, is to take the ones that they've suggested from your logo and just soften them a bit so it's not as harsh on your social media. Softer colors tend to draw attention more, I personally find. But if your brand is more colorful, that's totally fine. You can choose whatever you like for it. As for text, you'll choose your fonts. You're going to have 3 separate ones, one for titles, subheadings, and your body text. These can all be the same. If you want them all the same, I recommend making them different just for a little change of pace. But selecting these will make them so much easier when adding text to your designs because it'll be what's automatically suggested for you. Moving on to content, there is a lot of content that you can create on Canva. I think a common kind of misconception of Canva is that it's only for social media content, but you can create pretty much everything you need. And if they don't have exactly what you're looking for, they will recommend a similar template, or you can also create custom sizes as well. So you can do anything from presentations. The one you're currently looking at was created on Canva. You can also do a branded letterhead. You can make your business cards, branded invoices. Of course, you can also do social media content. So Instagram and Facebook posts and stories, profile pictures, like your cover photo on Facebook or an event cover. And these are all made for the exact dimensions of each of these things. So the exact dimensions of an Instagram post will be the exact dimensions of the template that you're using on Canva, which is really nice just to make sure that nothing gets cut off when you're posting it. You can also make LinkedIn banners. This is a newer thing that they've added, and I think they're really great for just kind of sprucing up your profile on there. And as I mentioned, you can also do logos as well. So as I mentioned, you can customize pretty much everything on Canva. The first thing is to just find a template through a category. You don't have to use a template. You can make your own custom design from scratch, but it's good to use at least a sizing template. So if you choose, for example, a presentation, you can sort the templates by style. So modern, simple, creative, things like that. And then you can also sort by theme. So corporate marketing, sometimes I'll sort by webinar to make my webinar presentations. And you can also sort them by color. So if you want something that goes exactly with your branding, you can select your brand color and it'll bring up all the templates. But at the same time, you can also change all of the designs in the presentation, even if you're using the template. So as you can see on the bottom there, there's like that slope. I can change the color of that to go with a color in my brand kit if I wanted to do that. So for products, this is a newer thing as well on Canva, that you can actually order products directly from the site with your design that you've created. So the first thing is to find a template. So if you want a business card or a flyer, maybe a yard sign for somebody's birthday, you can use Canva for personal things as well. And then you're going to customize it with whatever text you're looking for, your branding, your logo, certain photos that you like, and then you can order directly from canva.com, right from the page where your design is. We will go over this in the tutorial. We're going to build a business card together. So I'll show you all the steps to do that. And they do have free delivery, but I believe that it's only for the pro version. But I'd have to look into that. Moving on to apps. So they do collaborate with a lot of different apps. This just makes the entire process a little bit more seamless. So if you use Google Drive and you have most of your product photos on there, you can add them directly to Canva through your Google Drive to use in a bunch of your graphics and things like that. You can also post your designs directly to Facebook from Canva. So this is why it's really important that when you sign up, you link those Facebook and Instagram pages to your Canva account so you can access this feature. You can also use Instagram templates for the sizing. Instagram sizing is a little bit tricky sometimes, so this is a really nice feature to have. And you can also use your Instagram photos in your Canva designs, just uploading them directly from Instagram. If you're doing presentations, you can add YouTube videos directly in, just like how you would on PowerPoint. And a newer thing too is that you can actually add your location into your designs through Google Maps. If you have multiple locations, you can add multiple in there. And another great thing is QR codes. They'll actually make the QR code for you with any link that you have. You just want to copy the link and just add it in, and they'll create, you can see on the bottom there, the little QR code. This is great for advertising, specifically print advertising. So if you have like a flyer or a business card, if you add this little QR code on there, people can scan it and it'll take them directly to either your website, or if you're advertising an event, it'll take them right to the event registration. But I think this is a really, really great feature if you are doing any type of print advertising. So moving on to features, first one is photos. So they have free stock photos on Canva. Some of them are only available for Pro. If you don't have a Pro account, you can put the photo in your design and you can pay, I think it's like $1.29 or something like that to download it with the photo. They also have backgrounds. So if you want to add a little stock background on there, you can do that as well. And of course, you can upload your own photos either from your desktop, your Instagram, Facebook, or Google Drive, like I mentioned earlier. And all of these are searchable. So if you are like making a Black Friday design, for example, and you want to add like little shopping bags on there, you can search in that part and just type shopping or online shopping, whichever you're looking for, and it'll bring up everything similar to that you can use in your design. For templates, again, these are also searchable. So if you are doing a webinar, for example, you can search Instagram post and then you can search webinar, and it'll bring up a bunch of different templates that are relative to what you're looking for. They also have a lot of really great seasonal templates. So if you're looking for like a Thanksgiving post or a Christmas post or just fall, winter, things like that, you can also search through that and everything will come up for you. And like I mentioned, they have templates by size, but of course you can also do your own custom size as long as you know the dimensions. You can customize it in different ways. So we can do inches, like an 8x10, or you can also do it by pixels. I personally recommend just doing by inches. It's quite a bit easier. We also have the text feature. So there are a lot of fonts available, but again, some of them are only available with the Pro version, but I believe you can still pay that like $129 fee to download it. You can animate your text, which is pretty fun if you're doing, like if you want to do a quick little video on social media. You can have the text like pop in or slide in. You can also do a curved text, so kind of make an arch with it. I will go over that in the tutorial as well. It's pretty easy to do. It's just one click and you can adjust how intense the curve is. So if you want it really short or wider, that's an option as well. They also have a PDF editor. So you can import your PDF to Canva, you can edit it. One really interesting thing is that they will actually break it down into different parts for you to edit. So if there are some things that you just don't want to touch, you can just leave them be, but they will recommend changes for you. And you can convert them if you want to convert it into a photo, you can do that. And this is all available on the free version. Next thing is you can edit photos. So you can add filters kind of similar to what you would do on Instagram or Facebook. And you can also add texture. So if you want to make something look more vintage, maybe you could add a little bit of a grain to your photos. You can crop them. You can add text to them. You can also do design grids for multiple photos. So what you see on the side here, that is an example of a grid. So if you type into, it has like a little features thing in there, you can type in grid, something like this will come up. It won't exactly be this style. It can be like 6 of them across, all different sizes, all the same size. And then you just kind of drag and drop your photos in there and then adjust accordingly. We can go over that as well if people would like to see that. You can also add frames to your photos. So if you, this one is not as literal as it sounds. Some of them are, it'll look like a picture frame, and then others are just the way that the picture is going to be. So if you wanted to add a circular photo, there is a frame that is a perfect circle. You would throw it on there and then you would drag and drop your photo into it, and then you can adjust it to make it fit properly. You can also adjust brightness, contrast, all of those things. They're a little bit more intense than just adding a filter. So if you wanted to create more of a professional look, you can edit those in Canva. A new feature, smart mockups. They're quite cool. I really like them. I use them a lot. It kind of makes it look like you put the image like inside of a phone or a laptop. I use this quite often. I think it's a really cool look for designs, and we will definitely go over that in the tutorial. And then you guys can see kind of an example of what that is. Resizing your design. So you can resize anything that you've made on Canva. You can copy it and resize it, so you have 2 different sizes of the exact same graphic. Or you can just resize if you, let's say, made a mistake on the first one and it was just incorrect. They will give you size templates for this. Like if you have a Facebook post that you actually meant to make a Facebook story, you can type in Facebook story and it'll give you the perfect dimensions for it, or you can do a custom size. So if you wanted to make a Facebook post into a poster or, you know, a normal printer paper size, you can add that in as well. But this is a great feature for like marketing packages. So if you have like an event that you're doing and you want all of your like social media posts, flyers, brochures, all of that to be the same marketing, this is a really great option for you to do. You will have to adjust some of the text and any like little graphics that you add on there or photos, but it's all pretty easy to do. You just try to make it fit to the new size. So the process, you need to create, then you can download or share. So you want to create your custom design. You can use any templates they have. You can make printable marketing materials. To download to your device, it's pretty easy. It's just in the top corner. I will show you how to do that in the tutorial, and you can change the type of the download that you have. So if you want a picture, you can do a JPEG or a PNG. These are all different levels of like resolution. So some will be higher quality than other. But something I like about Canva is that under the actual like name, they will put almost a description. So it'll say like a higher quality image, lower quality image, or higher quality printable document like PDF, things like that. And to share, you can share your designs with anybody. They actually don't have to have Canva to view your designs. They can just follow the link. And you can customize this link. So if I want to send it to a friend I can send them the link, but if I don't want them to touch it, I just want them to see it, then I can do view only and they won't be able to edit any of the design. Whereas if I were to be sharing it with like a coworker, I would allow them to view and edit so they can make necessary changes. And you can actually share with people to use as a template, so they can't move things around on the graphic, but they can add their own text and images to it. The Canva app, so I mentioned you can do the browser or you can also download the app as well. So it's compatible with MacBooks, Windows, Android, and iOS. So you can get it on your phone if you like. I personally prefer to use a computer. I find it a bit easier just because the phone is so small. But it is available in the App Store, and you can create designs right from your phone if that's something that works for you. But I personally prefer computer, and I usually use the browser version, but I have used the app and it has all the same features as when you use browser. Canva Live, this is a newer feature, so you can run live sessions with your presentations. It's similar to like a Facebook or Instagram Live, except you have a PowerPoint just like this. Participants can join through a code that is created for the specific live event. But it's great because people can interact. Participants can join the conversation, they can send reactions, comment, ask questions, all the things that you could do in a typical live video. And it's done through the website browser version, so it's canva.live to run your own session. The content planner, this is also a newer feature for Canva. It's similar to what we went over in Facebook Business Suite with their content planner. So you already are making your designs most likely on Canva. This is it's a little bit more convenient because you can just plan them right from the same app. You just select the design that you want to publish. You can also schedule them to be published, and you just need to choose the channel or platform that you want to publish to. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, a Facebook group, if you have that, Pinterest, pretty much everything that you need. Again, this is why it's so important to link your Facebook and Instagram pages when you first create your account, because this is a feature that you would be able to access. So Collaborate, like I mentioned, you can share just your designs. You can have up to 5 people on your Canva account. But a great thing is that you can actually make teams with other Canva users. You can make as many teams or as little teams as you want, and you can choose specific designs and projects to collaborate on. So when you share a Canva account, you have like up to 5 users on your account. They can see all of the designs that you're working on, but making a team, they can only see the ones that you want them to see or the ones that you want them to be working on. So this person does not need to be a member on your account. They can have their own personal Canva account, and you can have yours, and you can join a team together through Canva Teams. And like I mentioned, you can join and create multiple different teams of different sizes. So Canva does have a lot of their own tutorials online. There's some for getting started, designing, creating videos, presenting. There's a really good one on Canva Pro. It kind of goes over all of the features that you can experience with Canva Pro if you're coming from a free account. But yeah, I think these are all great resources if you need a little bit more of a guided tutorial, but we will be doing one today as well, which is what we'll be doing now. So we're going to start going over the printable. I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen so I can open up the proper tab for you guys. But we're going to look at their printable products first, and then we'll create a business card. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my screen there. So I just went to canva.com, as you can see at the top. And then here I just went to gifts and prints. So you can see there are so many different options that you can do, and you can sort by marketing, gifts, stationery, clothing, invites. We'll go to marketing. So we have posters here, banners, merchandise like tote bags. You can also do clothing, mugs, and this one's really cool, the retractable banner, wrap cards, anything you need for promotions you can find pretty much on Canva. So we're going to go to business card. So you can see on the side, so we have a blank template so far, but here on the side is all the templates that we can choose from. So you can see they're kind of determined by industry here, but we will go, let's find a marketing one. So you can type at the top, search. We'll pick this one. So we'll change the name. I'll put DMS Prescott. So see how that kind of shifted because it was a bit bigger. So we're going to click, and then you can make it smaller here at the top to get everything fitting back on one page. And we can also move it to align properly. These purple lines show you how it's supposed to align. We'll do digital service squad. And then this is where we would put our own information. So our branding is a bit of a different color, so we don't really want that color as much. And as you can see, this is my brand kit that I've created for Digital Main Street. So you have your colors from the logo and then the colors that you've added personally. I went for a little softer colors than the ones up top. So we'll pick one of ours, and you can see it goes a bit more with our branding. You can also change multiple things at once. So I've highlighted most of those there. We'll make them orange. You can change the font here at the top. You can see your brand kit here. So these are the fonts that I chose for my brand kit. There's one there, or that one. It just makes them a bit easier to find. So then when you're done with your design, this is where you can print them. If you want to order them, you can choose what paper you want, the finish you want, how many copies, and you can order right on the website here. You can also, if you want to download, it's this button here, the arrow. So here are your options. So you can see they put a little bit of subtext there. So PNG, high quality image, small file image. This is good for if you're sending it in an email. Smaller file is a bit better. PDF print quality or PDF standard. Again, the standard one you would send in an email, but if you want to print, I would go for the higher quality ones. If you want to get rid of some elements, you can just click and remove. We'll change the color of that one. And if you want to share, so I can change this link here. So edit, use as a template, or share a link to view. So we'll do edit, and then you just copy the link, and I can attach it in an email to somebody. Over here, we'll go back to, so this is elements. So you can see, you can get lines and shapes, graphics, photos. Let's say we wanted to add a laptop on there. We can search laptop. And here are a few graphics that came up. There are also a few pictures here. So click on that one. You just use this corner here to make it smaller or larger, and you just drag. We'll drag it there and throw it in the top corner. If we want to add our logo, it might be a photo, so we'll go to uploads. This is where you will upload all of your content. So you can upload something new if you like up here, but I already uploaded it on there. And again, we'll resize it. And then we will add it into our computer over here. So there's a quick tutorial on how to do a business card. If you want to add another side to it, you can just do add page. If you want to copy some of the formatting, you can do duplicate page. And you have the exact same formatting, and you can just change your text if you like. So if you wanted this part up here to stay, another option is to, if you move this, you can grab multiple things at a time. So we'll do that. Position, you want to group it together. So now this is all one design rather than multiple. So we will just copy it, and then we can paste it onto that new page, and it'll go to the same spot. So next on the list, we will look at making a logo. So up here, you can just search logo, and you can see there's a bunch already kind of differentiated templates, but we'll just do the typical one first. So here's how I mentioned, like, you can filter by style and theme. So we can do modern maybe, and we'll see what comes up, and then we'll do business, and it's just filtering them so we have fewer. And you can also filter by color as well. So I'll pick this one maybe. And then you can customize all of this with your own personal business information. This one has quite a few options to choose from. So if you want to have multiple different logos, you can. You just click here, apply all 4 pages. If you only want one of them, you can just click on the first one. You can change this. You change the colors of it to fit your brand. You just click the color here at the top, and then whichever color you'd like to choose. You can change the color of your text as well to fit more of your branding. And then to change the background, you just want to click on the image itself and wait till you see that blue line around. That's the background. And then you can change it to whatever color you like. And then from here, you would download it. So one nice thing is that you can do a transparent background. So if you want a logo that just doesn't have a background to add onto your graphics, you can click that and it will download without it. Or if you want to upload something and remove the background, you can do that as well. So we'll go to uploads. This one doesn't have a background. We'll do this for now. So you want to click on the image, edit image, and there's your background remover. So if you had a logo that had just a white background on it, you can use this feature to remove it. I believe this feature is only on the Pro version, but I would have to double check that. So see, all of our background text is removed. We just have the image there, and we can drag and drop that onto anywhere we want. You can also, if you want to make it a little bit more detailed, you can restore bits and pieces. So as you can see, more of our background is coming back as I drag the brush, and you can also erase it again. It's a bit difficult to make it super precise. but you can also adjust your brush size as well to make it a bit easier to get the little pieces. So the next thing we'll go over is making your brand kit. So we'll go back to the main Canva page. I'm just going to reshare my screen once I'm able to pull it up. Okay, so we went to brand kits. We added a new one. So this is where we can get started. We'll add our logo first. Oops. Sorry, I'll just add my logo quickly. It's difficult when you share the screen. Okay, so we just clicked here. We uploaded the logo from my desktop. And then you can see Canva extracted the two colors from it. And I think we will keep those, but we are going to adjust them. Oh my goodness. So you can click the general color that you like. And then this white circle here at the top, the hollow one, that's what you can drag to adjust it. So if we drag it down, it's going to get very dark. If we drag it over here, it's quite light. So it does, you can kind of change it. You can also enter in a code that you like for a color if you know the exact code that you're looking for, and it will give you the exact color. You can also, so these are from the logo. You can also add, say, social media colors. We'll go with the blue. Maybe we'll make it a bit lighter because that goes with our brand. We'll go for a turquoise and just soften it up a little. I think it's always good to have white in there, just for like a nice neutral. And we'll do, so you can see this one is dragging it for like the basic colors, like pink to red. Drag it to orange a little bit, and then we'll move this circle at the top to either lessen or deepen the color. So there's some colors that we have that go along with our logo color, which is great. And then we'll move on to text. So you can upload a font that you like from your computer, or you can choose from what they have. This is one I typically use a lot, but we can scroll through. So maybe we'll do this one. So this is what our titles will be on our graphics. You can change it if you like. These will just be the recommended ones. We'll add a subheading. And then a body style text. We can scroll. They have a ton of different fonts for you. We'll do that one. So then when you have all of that filled out, you're done with your brand kit. Everything saves automatically when it's on the browser. So it'll be there when you exit out and log back in. So the next thing we're going to create is a Facebook post. So we will go back to our homepage. And we can just type in Facebook post at the top. So they have a ton of different options, even just for Facebook. They have ads, event covers. There's the post there, shops cover, all kinds. So here are some templates that they're just kind of recommending. As you can see, there's a lot of seasonal ones here, but again, you can go by style. So let's do simple. And we'll do business maybe. And you can go through and you can see all of these options that they've created. If there's not something there that you necessarily like, you can create a blank one, which is what we'll do. So the first thing we need to do is add a background. We can either use one of their backgrounds. So once they load, you can see all different kinds here. There's like a sparkly one, more neutral one. And then you can also just do a color. So let's choose one of our brand colors here for our background. And then we're going to add some text. See how my branding text is up here at the top, so it's super easy to access. So we'll add our heading. We'll say, thank you. So there's our title. If we want to increase the size, we can go like this, but you can also make it smaller through that little arrow at the top. You can also change the width if you want it to have multiple lines, you can do it that way. And then we'll just drag it up to the top, and we want to align it in the middle and at the top, and you can see how it comes up on those lines. There's the exact middle of the page. There's the middle and the top. Now, if we change the size, you'll have to realign it. We can also change the color of it. We can put white. And we will add an image. We'll add our webinar series image. And so this is how we'll do the mock-up. I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go to edit image. So you can do like the brightness. It's hard to show on a graphic, but if it's a photo of a product, it'll be much easier to see. You can do filters. So here are the smart mock-ups. I think they're quite cool. They just kind of bring a different element to things. So if you have a business where like you sell things like mugs or t-shirts, this is a really great option if you don't want to personally like have people model them. You can throw your design right on the product here, just kind of as an image for people. So you can also do smartphones. So it looks like your advertisements right in somebody's phone. And you can do the same with laptops. So we'll do the laptop one. You just click on it. And it does take a little bit to load. And you can see there's our image right on there. We can make it a little bit smaller. We'll align that right in the middle. And then let's add our logo to the bottom. Make it nice and small. And it looks good, but it does look a little bit plain. So we can go to elements and we'll do, let's just do swoosh. And we'll see. So now they have all these different options that we can add in. So we can add like a little, this just adds a little bit of texture if you want to do that. There's also like an underline there that you can add under your text. And you can also change the color of these here, as you can see. So add dots maybe. Yes. So there's a few. If we want to add those to our background, white. And if you want to add multiple of this exact same size, we're just going to click on it, copy, and paste, and we can line it up right where that one is. Do you see those 3 lines that come up? That's to show you that they are like perfectly aligned there. And you can add them all over your background if you like, just to add a little bit more to it, or just the top, completely up to you. But I think it's always nice to add a few little things as you go along. And you can move everything on the screen there. So we are just going to go over presentations quickly as well. Again, you can just type it right in the top, or you can click on it. I didn't realize it was right up there. So there are so many options for it. And again, you can filter and sort through. So I think it's really nice to be able to look exactly for what you're looking for. And you can also go back to your old designs as well if you want to like remake a new one. And you can also let's do a webinar, and all things relative to it will come up. So there's an Instagram post, an Instagram story, all kinds of stuff. There's a presentation. So if you have a theme, that's pretty much all you need to find something to use on Canva. If you want to go back to the homepage, we have our recent designs here at the top. So let's click back on that Facebook post and we will resize it to a Facebook story. So we're just going to click here at the top, resize. So you can put in a custom size, or you can search here at the top. So let's do Facebook story. There we go. And we're going to copy and resize so we have the post and the story available. And it's going to take you to a new screen, and it's completely resized for you, but you have to change all of these things. So we'll make our logo a little bit bigger. We'll put it at the bottom. We'll make our photo here a bit bigger. We want it right in the middle. Move our sparkles up. And you can see how they're aligned there at the top with the 3 lines. Put our text up higher, and maybe we'll increase it a bit too, because now we have a bit more space. And when that's done, you can add another page if you like. And you can download it here, just like normal. I usually do PNG if it's going to go on social media, just so it's a bit higher quality. Again, if you go back to our Facebook post, you can see here published to Facebook, so that'll put it right onto your business's Facebook page as long as it's linked. I will quickly show you the planner, and then we will have time for questions. So this is your content planner. They put in a few random holidays like Cookie Day. You have Christmas there at the bottom. So you can just click the plus here and you can choose a recent design. Let's do the one we just did. And you can schedule that post. You just write your caption. You're going to select your channel here, type out your caption, and you can either schedule it or save it as a draft. And you can do the whole month. You can go into the future if you like. I don't believe you can backdate it, but that's the only one that you can't do. So I'm going to go back here. So now if anybody has any questions, feel free to either unmute and ask them or leave them in the chat. We also have our winter webinar series coming up. We have some really exciting ones. We have from Etsy to Empire, Branding 101, Leveling Up with Square, and 3 digital transformations that we've experienced through our Digital Main Street program. So if there aren't any questions, that's all I have for you guys today. This is our contact info here. You can email us, check out our website, and this is our social media right there if you want to follow us on there. We have a lot of exciting webinars coming up. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you were able to learn a lot.